Good morning, friends, and happy Monday. I am so extra excited to be here with you today because not only will I be sharing my top 4 paper organizing tips, but this is the one time a year that I offer a free trial of the Grit and Glam membership with my Paper Clutter Mini Bootcamp. Over 1,000 people signed up last year, and the feedback was absolutely incredible. The amount of paper clutter that was shredded and organized was mind-blowing, and we are going to do it again this year, and I want you to join in on the organizing fun. So in honor of the Mini Bootcamp launch, which starts today, I want to share my top 4 tips to tackle paper clutter. Now, I know that this is not the sexiest topic in home organizing, but tackling it is so important and impactful, and we all know that we do feel a little bit sexier when our house is organized and under control. So let's jump right in. Tip number 1 is to differentiate between past and current paperwork. It can be so hard and overwhelming to get started when we think about a pile of paper clutter in front of us. And this simple tip can make it so much easier. So when I say current paperwork, what I'm talking about is the paperwork that is currently coming into our home. It could be mail, it could be papers that kids bring home. It's the daily influx of paperwork. And our past papers are all of those that we've been holding on to for probably way too long, or in some cases we might actually need to hold on to them forever, such as our legal documents. So this first step is so simple, but will make such a difference. Get super clear on whether something is current enough to keep and if something is old enough to be let go of. Also, ask yourself if you can get this information online or if there is a more up-to-date version somewhere else. If the answer to those are yes, then you can get rid of those papers. Here is one little tip for you. Keep in mind that you should keep your tax documents for 7 years, but that isn't true for any of your bills or anything else that's coming in. You really can have the freedom to let go of everything that is not the most current version. So if you really don't know where to start, just pick a category. Maybe just start with the current paperwork that's coming in and deal with that first, or maybe start by tackling the paperwork that you've been holding on to for too long and get rid of anything that you know is not the most up-to-date version. I do recommend hanging on to of course, the most recent bill, but if you want to hold on to a few more months worth of bills, that is fine too. Other than that, you have the freedom to let it go. Okay, tip number 2 is to organize what's left into categories. The only reason to hold on to any important document is so that you can find it when you need it. So in order to do that, it is essential to create a system. And the simplest way to do this is to categorize it. Now, I, of course, will go into much more detail of what that looks like, what sample categories might be in the Paper Clutter Bootcamp, but just know that this is the next step. And if you already know what those categories are for yourself, then feel free to start creating those categories. Tip number 3 is to pull out that label maker that has been collecting dust and start making some labels. Now, this is a true statement. Every single one of my in-person clients owns a label maker that is lingering around in their house that they never use. Are you someone who has a label maker at home? If you do, now is the time to get your money's worth with it and just start typing out your labels for your categories. Now, if you don't have a label maker and you don't want a label maker, a good old pen will do the trick, or you can always print labels off of the computer as well. My 4th and final tip, and this is super important, is to commit to the long game. Remember that clutter is just delayed decisions. So instead of delaying your decisions when it comes to your paperwork, get in the habit of making a quick call on whether a piece of paperwork needs to be dealt with right away, or stored for a later date, or tossed altogether and doesn't require any of your attention. I know this is painful to hear, but even with a great system, paper clutter, unfortunately, is not a one and done task. It really is so important to commit to resetting your systems every 3 to 6 months, depending on how often you accumulate paper clutter in your home. Because we are so on top of it on a weekly basis, we really tend to do this once every 6 to 12 months. But until you really get good systems in place, I would recommend putting an appointment in your calendar every 3 to 6 months to remind yourself to go through that paperwork and get rid of and shred everything that you don't need. There you have it, friends. My 4 simple tips to start tackling your paper clutter. If you feel like these tips are a good start, then go. Go right now, start tackling it. But if you want to tackle this alongside us in the membership with my amazing community, then join us for this free trial of the membership. So for 4 days, I am going to give you a simple task each day that you can do in 30 minutes or less to create a system to organize your paper clutter for good. All you have to do is click the link in the description below if you're watching this on Facebook, or click the link in my bio if you're watching this on Instagram later, and go sign up. Doors for this will close on March 26th. So be sure to sign up now. And as I said earlier, over 1,000 people joined us for this last year and made such incredible progress in just the 4 days. So I hope you will be one of them this year. As always, I love to hear from you, so let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about tackling your paper clutter, about this free trial, about the membership in general, or just any question that's on your mind. And I hope that you have an amazing week.